Welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Nashira, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, the University of Stirling.
Thank you very much, Nashira. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for taking a bit of time out of your day to come hang out. My name is Jason Vine, the International Recruitment Manager with the University of Stirling, based in Stirling, Scotland. Now, if you can't tell, this accent is not Scottish. This accent is all Baltimore. However, I'm a student from the US who ended up transferring over to the UK. A little bit more advantages for a student like myself. So if you think that that might be you, I'll tell you a little bit about the Scottish education structure, what Stirling has to offer, and then hopefully we can be in touch. And you can do so by using the QR code at the bottom of every single slide. So if I'm moving too quickly or if I'm not explaining things well enough, it is 11 p.m. So be a little bit forgiving, please, at the moment. But let's hop on BA Flight 215 from Dulles and head over to Scotland. So if anybody's been lucky enough to come to Scotland before, you may have gone to Edinburgh, which is the capital, or Glasgow, which is the largest city in Scotland. Stirling is located right in between them, nestled in the foothills of the Scottish Highlands. So you've got mountains in the backdrop of the campus with the rolling flatlands of central Scotland on the other side. It's about 35-minute train ride to either mega city. So you have all of the creature comforts from a city that is close to something like New York, right at your fingertips, about an hour flight down to London if you want to pop down to London for a weekend, 45 minutes over to Belfast, and just a hop, skip, and a jump away to the continent. A couple of quick facts about Stirling. So we are top 30 in the UK. So you have a fabulous academic reputation to either help you stay in Europe if you'd like, or to transfer back to the US when you're looking at jobs or grad schools. We were the sports university in the UK for the year 2020 with the most decorated student athletes that were sent to the Olympics. There's a documentary coming out of Duncan Scott, who's an Olympic swimmer. So keep your eye on that. You'll see some of the Stirling facilities in the documentary. And we're a medium-sized university, so about 14,000 students, most of which are undergrad, 120 nationalities on campus, so you have a diverse range of opinions and nationalities, and about 600 US students on campus at any given time, so you've got a little taste of home while you're here in Scotland. Bird's eye view of campus, US-style campus. We are one of the youngest Scottish universities, founded in 1967, so you have Airtree Loch, not a lake, but a loch. That's in the center of campus. If you're a fan of Outlander, you've actually seen campus without knowing. When they're supposed to be at Harvard, they're not at Harvard, they're at Stirling. But when Brianna is listening to students debate Scottish independence, very relevant for the modern day, she's actually in the Pathfoot building, which is the building down to the left. But we've got student dorms on campus, a doctor on campus, a pharmacy, a grocery store on campus, everything that you need, about 20 minutes away from Stirling City Center. As far as what's on offer, a little bit of everything from what you would expect from a US degree. However, the US, even though the US system is loosely based on the Scottish, so in Scotland, it's still a 4-year undergrad degree model. However, there are no general education requirements. So there's no such thing as a Common Core, no gen eds. So you get to come into Scotland and only take classes in your major, which helps you get bang for your buck while you're here. Entry requirements, what we're looking for transfer applications, we're looking for a 3.0 unweighted GPA. There's no amount of college that you have to have completed in order to successfully transfer. All students are eligible for transfer into the first year, so effectively starting over. However, if you're looking to transfer into the second or even third year, we are looking for you to demonstrate that you've completed all of the required courses within your major from the previous year of study. So if you're transferring into year 2, we want to see that you've completed all of the required courses, the equivalent of those from year 1. If you're looking to transfer into year 3, we'll be looking for you to satisfy that you've completed the required courses equivalencies at your US institution for years 1 and 2 to transfer into year 3. Each application is reviewed on a case-by-case basis, and the application for September will be at June 30th is the cutoff date. So you still have plenty of time to apply if you're thinking that maybe transferring is the right way to go. You've got two different methods to send in your application. So the Common App might be something that everybody is familiar with. You'll see Stirling on there. The UK's version of Common App is called UCAS. You can use either or. We have no preference. We just ask that you don't use both. If you use both, we will automatically remove your Common App application in favor of your UCAS application. So please just pick one. As far as scholarships, if you have above a 3.3, you are eligible for the International Student Scholarship, which is a £2,000 tuition discount, which is renewable for however many years that you'll be studying with Stirling. In addition, we are registered with FAFSA, so any student aid that you're planning on using to help cover the costs of tuition will transfer over just like it would with a US university. And then any private loan providers like Sallie Mae or Earnest transfer over just like they do with a US university as well. With tuition, we typically tend to be a little bit cheaper, especially compared to out-of-state options. So for classroom-based courses, so arts and humanities, English history, you're looking at just over $21,500 US for tuition for the year. For the hard sciences, the fee goes up to cover the lab base, the lab costs. So you're looking at just over $25,000 US for the year. Stirling is very cheap. It's one of the cheapest cities in the UK. Your living expenses will be completely based on you and your lifestyle choices. There's no meal plan that you have to buy. All students in Scotland will cook for themselves. So that is just an estimated cost of attendance, but typically you're looking at spending under $40,000 US. All students are also given their own room. We don't share rooms in the UK. So hopefully that's a little enticing. So if you want to get in touch, please scan the QR code and I'm happy to have a chat. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, University of Stirling. We will now have Emory and Henry College.
All right, thank you so much for having me on this evening. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started here. As mentioned, I am Amanda Bishop. I'm the Associate Director of Transfer Students at Emory and Henry College. We're a little bit closer to home. We are located in Southwest Virginia. We were founded in 1836, and we're actually the oldest higher education institution in Southwest Virginia. So here are some basic facts about us. We have over 1,300 total students, around 1,000 or 1,100 undergrad students, and then between 200 and 300 graduate and professional level students. We have over 90 academic majors, minors, and pre-professional tracks for students. 100% of our undergraduate students earn academic merit scholarships. We have over 85 clubs, intramurals, and Greek organizations available for students on campus. There are many ways for students to get involved, and it's very easy for students to start their own club if we don't have one that you want to be a part of. We have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and our average class size is about 13 students. So our students work very closely with our faculty members here, and they serve as a really strong support system for our students. You'll see that really great statistic there. In 2020, 92% of the graduating class in 2020 were employed or in graduate school within 6 months. Obviously, after the year that everyone had in 2020, that's a fact that we're very proud of. And so here on the left-hand side, you'll see a list of our undergraduate programs. Our most popular programs are highlighted in yellow. On the right-hand side, you'll see a list of our graduate and professional degrees. Here are some of those graduate and professional degrees that I will highlight for a moment. This is our health sciences campus in Marion, Virginia. This is about 20 minutes away from our main campus. We have a Master of Physician Assistant Studies, a Doctor of Physical Therapy, a Master and a Doctor of Occupational Therapy, a Master of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, and then our new School of Nursing. We have a BSN program and then an RN to BSN program. That tends to be a little more popular with transfer students. That RN to BSN program is entirely online, and there are flexible part-time options and full-time options for students who are working full-time as well. We also have a really great equestrian studies program and riding teams. So we have several equine studies degree options, a BA and a BS option. And then I mentioned those competitive riding teams. We have several of those. We've actually won 21 national championships through our equestrian teams, and we're very, very proud of the work that they are doing. Our equestrian center is currently in Bristol, Virginia, also about 20 minutes away from our main campus. However, we are starting construction next year on a new equestrian facility just right off of our main campus. So we're really excited to begin that construction next year. Emory and Henry College also has the only credit-bearing through hike program in the country with our Semester A Trail program. This allows students to actually hike the entire Appalachian Trail and earn a full semester of college credits while doing so. Students work with our outdoor program advisor and then with their own academic advisor to kind of create a plan to turn in assignments or collect data throughout their time hiking the trail. Even if you don't want to hike the entire Appalachian Trail, no problem. We still have lots of options for students through our outdoor program and the outdoor adventure team. Students can actually earn scholarships with our adventure team, and they schedule trips to go hiking, biking, kayaking, whitewater rafting, camping, all kinds of really fun activities in Southwest Virginia. Here at Emory and Henry College, our students get great jobs and have great internships with our Van Vlissingen Center for Career and Professional Development. They work really closely with our students to make sure that they have these opportunities available. You'll see a list right here. This is where some of our students have recently gotten jobs or done internships with. Some of those are more local to the Emory and Henry area. Of course, some of them are more national and international corporations and organizations as well. The application process is very simple here at Emory and Henry College. There are two main options for submitting an application. You can do so through our website or on the Common App. Either one is perfectly fine. There is no application fee, so it's completely free to submit an application. As long as you have at least a 2.0 GPA, we will only need your transcripts from all the colleges or community colleges that you've attended. We do not require essays, letters of recommendation, or test scores. Like I said, as long as you have at least a 2.0. We do offer free credit transfer evaluations after students are admitted. 100% of our undergraduate students, like I mentioned, earn academic merit scholarships. For transfer students, those range between $7,000 and $21,000 a year. Those are renewable each year that you attend Emory and Henry. And our tuition has not increased within the last 5 years, so we definitely have that commitment to make an Emory and Henry College education as affordable as possible. You'll see our FAFSA code right there at the bottom of the screen. But finally, I just want to wrap things up again by pointing out that 92% of the class of 2020 was employed or in grad school within 6 months of graduation. Again, we're really, really proud of our students. We definitely take the time and invest in our students and make sure that they succeed. We are open for visits. We'd love to have you on campus. We do campus tours twice a day, Monday to Friday. Like I said, we'd love to have you visit. If you have any questions, please feel free and reach out. And thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you, Emory and Henry College. We will now have Bridgewater College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Helms, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions for transfer students on campus. I'm a Bridgewater grad myself, so I have close ties with this community. I absolutely love it, and I've been here for the last 6 years as a working professional. So I just want to share some opportunities with you that are available to you as a student at Bridgewater. So currently Bridgewater has about 1,500 students, and we are a 4-year private liberal arts college located right here in the Shenandoah Valley. We're about 2 hours south of DC, 2 hours northwest of Richmond. So if you really like that metropolitan lifestyle, it's readily accessible for students. We also currently have our student body broken up to about 45% men, 55% women here. Our students mostly come from the state of Virginia, but we do have 28 different states and 34 different countries currently represented on campus. There are over 80 different clubs and organizations that students can participate in, and roughly 30% of our students are NCAA athletes here. We also recently were categorized by safeatlast.com as one of the safest colleges in Virginia and one of the top 25 safest institutions in the United States. So we really take pride in that, and we have a great community here on campus that is super safe for our students. Here at Bridgewater, we have 3 different schools. We have our School of Fine Arts, Humanities, and Literature, our School of Natural Sciences, and our School of Professional Studies. So all of our academic programs are broken down into those 3 schools, and our top 5 most popular majors are listed there underneath that bullet. Business and biology are the most transfer-friendly programs on campus, and that's typically what our transfer students are transferring in for. Your average class size at Bridgewater is going to be between 19 and 20 students. So really individualized and focused on you and your curriculum. We have 140 full-time faculty members. They have no grad assistants or teachers assistants. So they really care about you and what you're going to do with your future and with your program. So you really get to have that one-on-one relationship with those professors. They're going to take you out on field trips. You're going to have practicums and travel opportunities. These professors have all been out in their field and worked. Now they've come back here to teach. So they have networks readily available for students as you're looking for those internships and those job opportunities. You receive an academic advisor within your specific department that you meet with every single semester, not only to make sure that you are going to graduate on time as you're transferring in, but if you're looking at a graduate program that if we offer those prerequisites, you're also getting those in time in order to get into those graduate programs. With that being said, we do have 4 grad programs on campus. The Masters of Athletic Training is a 3-2 program. So you actually start your master's program your traditional senior year. And then the other 3 programs are going to be a 30 credit 1-year program. Recently on campus, we opened the John Kinney 4-year Learning Commons. This was a $13.2 million renovation that we've done on campus. It was the first project in school history that has been funded through donor and alumni support. So the school has went into no debt over this project, and it is kind of our academic hub on campus. It's our central learning place for students. You can go there for career services, technology support, tutoring and peer coaching, our writing centers there. That big glass window that you see there, those are our multifunctional spaces. So it can be used for clubs, it can be used for studying, for group space, whatever you need to use that for. As part of our digital media strategies master's program, we do have an audio recording room also in this facility, so that way students can utilize that right here on campus and not have to travel. This is also home to our Starbucks on campus, and then we do have an art gallery for our local artists and our students to use and display their work. Athletics on campus, we have 23 NCAA D3 teams that compete in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. All of our sporting events are completely free for students to attend. One of our favorite parts on campus is actually our intramurals, and about 55% of our student body actually participates in intramurals throughout the course of the academic year. They all want that highly coveted intramural championship t-shirt, so they're all competing for those there. They want to get their picture on the champ board. One of our most popular is Battleship, where we actually put canoes in our pool and you have to sink the other team's boats. So that's really, really fun. There are plenty of activities on campus for students to do. Switching gears over into the financial aid piece, all of our transfer students that are admitted to Bridgewater will receive a merit-based scholarship. Those scholarships range from $18,000 to $26,000, depending on your academic standing and your cumulative GPA from your post-secondary work. If you are a member of the Church of the Brethren, which we are historically affiliated with, then you also receive a scholarship. For all of our community college students that are a member of PTK, we also give you a scholarship there. This year, we are introducing a President's Merit Award for transfer students. So this is one highly competitive full tuition scholarship that will be awarded to a transfer student coming in the fall semester. For our students that are outside of the state of Virginia, we do offer a $4,000 out-of-state scholarship, which is supplemental to our additional Virginia scholarship. And then we have the FAFSA there as well. For the application, we really just need you to apply online. It takes about 15 minutes. We're rolling admissions, so we don't have any deadlines. And we offer both fall and spring enrollment. All I'll need is your high school transcript and your transcripts from your secondary institutions there. And I can make an admissions decision. There's my contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd love to see you on campus. Thanks.
Thank you, Bridgewater College. We will now have Mount St. Mary's University.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Alrighty. Gonna work. There we go. Alrighty. So my name is Hannah Rossi. I am the transfer admissions counselor for Mount St. Mary's University. We are a small private institution in Emmitsburg, Maryland. We are a Catholic institution. We have 214 years of Catholic tradition, and around 50% of our students do identify as Catholic. However, we are welcoming to all faith groups. We have many different clubs that are affiliated with various religious groups. But if you're interested in growing your faith, the Mount is a great place to do so. A little bit about us. Like I said, we are a small school. We have around 2,000 undergraduate students, and we're split pretty evenly amongst men and women. We've got a pretty diverse group of students as well, coming from 47 states and 38 countries. Another thing that I love about the Mount is that we are not a commuter campus. So the majority of our students do live on campus. Around 77% of those students. We have fabulous residence halls. Parking is free all 4 years, and so is laundry. So it's really easy for students to live on campus. In terms of majors, we have around 80 different majors and minors. We have a few different minor options that you can see here, but any major can also be turned into a minor. Unfortunately, those dual degree programs that are listed there are not available to transfer students yet. We are hoping to get there, but in terms of majors, we have plenty of options for you to really see what you're interested in doing. We also have a big chunk of our required degree plan is electives. It gives you an opportunity to get a minor or kind of explore your interests. We really want you to take advantage of the diverse resources that colleges have to offer. We also really encourage our students to participate in an internship before they graduate. Around 76% of our students are doing that, whether it's an on-campus internship or an internship elsewhere. We have study abroad internships. We have internships in DC and Baltimore, various cities across the country. We really encourage our students to get that career experience while they're in college. Most of your degree programs will require an internship component. However, even if not, there is always encouragement to do so. Getting involved, I know as transfer students, it's difficult to kind of find your place, at least it is a little more so than the freshman student. We have over 70 clubs and organizations. Literally whatever you want to do, you can find it at the Mount, whether you're interested in faith-based organizations, cultural organizations, sports, music, arts, all that stuff. You can find it here at the Mount, and it's also very easy to start your own club. I like to say that at least you get a free meal out of it at the club meeting, so definitely go. We are also a big sports institution. We are a D1 school. We have 24 Division I athletic teams. We are currently ranked in the top 10 in the country for women's bowling, which is pretty interesting. Around a quarter of our students do participate in our D1 teams. We also have an insane amount of intramural and club sports. Really whatever you want to participate in, you can find it here at any competitive level as well. In terms of application pieces, what we're looking for is, of course, our online application. We also accept the Common App. A final high school transcript, we just need that graduation date. It does not need to be official, as well as college transcripts. You do not need to have a minimum amount of credits to transfer. We will take up to 75 of those credits, and we'll do a credit evaluation as soon as you send us a transcript. And we also need at least one academic letter of recommendation. You can see to the bottom right the optional pieces. If you want to give us a little bit more information about yourself, we always love to have it. We encourage it. You can send a personal statement, a resume, or any additional letters of recommendation. And then just to the bottom left is just a couple scholarship opportunities outside of our merit-based scholarship. We have merit-based scholarships available to all transfer students. We need a 2.4 GPA in order to be admitted to the institution, but if you have that 2.4, you'll at least get $13,000 a year. Our total tuition, room, and board fees are around $60,000. If you aren't interested in living on campus, you're looking at around $40,000. But with that merit-based scholarship, you're seeing an average true cost of attendance of around 20 to 25. And that's pretty much all I have. I really encourage you to reach out to me or visit campus. We are open. We have tours every Monday through Friday, twice a day. We also have some open houses coming up. So really encourage you to check us out if you are interested. Please reach out to me. I'm available for any questions that you may have. And that is it.
Thank you, Mount St. Mary's University. We will have Randolph College next.
What's up, Bubba?
Whoops. I didn't even realize my screen and everything wasn't on. Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Cooper. I'm the Director of Recruitment here at Randolph College, and thank you so much for taking the time out to sit back and listen to us here, not just me, but also everyone else. Just to get started, we are a small private liberal arts college located in Lynchburg, Virginia. Oh, there we go. Located in Lynchburg, Virginia, which is in the central part of Virginia, of course. We are what you call a very small campus, a little less than 600 students total. We have about average class size of 8 to 1, and also our class size is about 13 with the professor accessibility of 16th in the nation. But however, even though it's 16th in the nation, we just have very strong professor accessibility due to our small class ratio size. We have a little less than 30 majors, over 40 minors, 3 graduate degree programs, as well as 4 pre-professional programs, and excuse me, as well as 4 pre-professional programs. We also have a unique design your own major aspect, where if you don't see it up here, there's a possibility that we can design your own major here at Randolph College. Now, the most unique thing that we do have here is called the Take Two, where you'll be doing a different style of taking your courses. Instead of the traditional 3 classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 2 classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you will now be taking 2 classes per 7 weeks. So you have one of your classes on Mondays, both of your classes on Tuesdays. You never have class on Wednesdays. One of your classes on Thursdays, and both of your classes are on Friday. We are very strong in our support system here. That's the uniqueness about us being small, is that we're able to offer so many different ways of supporting you with a very hands-on experience and cultivating your experience on top of that. So we have numerous transition programs like our Star and Super program, where you'll be able to move in 2 weeks earlier to start on your college experience. We have our Academic Services Center, for which is the most popular, is our our tutoring sessions and also accessibility and resources aspect. We have our Career Development Center, where we're able to cultivate your personal experience as far as what you would be doing post-grad, whether it's going straight into the work field or going to graduate school, and advising, of course. With the 2-class schedule aspect now, advising has become even more consistent as far as being able to pick the right classes and make sure that you're graduating on time as a whole. Our tagline here is being original, so we want you to create your story here, and we have different ways that you can do that. First, you could be a player. We are Division III athletically in the ODAC conference. We have 18 teams that participate, men and women. We have a renovated Wildcat Center, which is what we call the MAC, but it's also called the Michaels Athletics Center. And we also have a new esports team that we are currently building, and I'm also the esports liaison here. Also, we want you to be an artist. If you love to be in the theater and production realm, this is an area that you will strive and gain a lot of attention in, whether it's working in the background or being front and center, whether it's singing or playing an instrument. We want you to be an artist, even if it's painting. We have an actual art museum on campus that is open to the public and also displays some students' work also. We want you to get involved. We'll be involved, sorry. We want you to be involved. We have over 40 clubs and organizations you could be a part of, but most importantly, you could create your own club and organization. So if you see something that you can be innovative with here at Randolph College, we encourage you to do it. And we also do everything in our power to make sure that you see it through. And we want you to be a part of tradition. One of the most popular traditions here is the odds versus the evens, where there's a certain set of steps that's odds, a certain set of steps that's evens. And in order for you to make sure you graduate on time, which is the myth, you have to go up the odd steps compared to the even steps. Also, another thing that takes place is the show, where it's the reverse aspect of a talent show. It's not the students putting on the talent, it's the faculty and staff. And it's done once every 4 years at Randolph College. All right. So now we tell people that we want you to go beyond the red brick wall. If you saw in the picture earlier, our campus is surrounded by the red brick wall. So going downtown to our historic downtown area is an opportunity for you to experience different festivals, different places to eat. And our downtown area is actually receiving more cosmetic updates, so it's even going to be nicer than what it was before. We want you to be able to study abroad also, where you'll have an opportunity to go to different places. We have students that are going to Greece in May. They were supposed to go to Northern Ireland in January, but unfortunately that got canceled because Omicron started to act up. And we also have different internship as well as research opportunities here. We have a RISE grant where just for being a student at Randolph College, you'll get a $2,000 grant to go towards a student experience, where some use that towards their internship opportunity. So, excuse me, so sorry for that. So first things first is submit your application. We look for around at least a minimum of a 2.5 or higher for transfer students. You can send us your transcript. It can be official or unofficial. If you are below 30 credit hours, we will ask that we receive your high school transcripts. We also ask that you fill out the FAFSA, put our school code up there, 003734. You will talk with your admission counselor, which is Miss Joy McGrath. She's not here tonight, so I'm filling in for her. But she will be the one assisting you as you are looking to transfer to Randolph. We ask that you come visit campus, and if everything is left, we would love for you to become a Wildcat. So thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you enjoy my presentation.
Thank you, Randolph College. I'd now like for everyone to join me back on screen to do a quick Q&A. So we're going to start with the University of Stirling. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, well, I think it's fun to examine like all of the amenities that you might have on a campus. However, I want to encourage everyone to ask questions about your study abroad options. I know Scott touched on it just a little bit at the end of it. However, as a student, you typically have less responsibility than what you end up having after you graduate, because life ends up kind of happening. So being a student and being able to travel, it's one of the easiest ways to go abroad, even if a full degree isn't on the cards. Right now, you can still go for a spring semester, a fall semester, summer programs, winter programs. So I hope that if it's possible, go somewhere far, far away.
Thank you. Emory and Henry College, what's your advice?
Yeah, I would say just definitely don't be afraid to ask questions and be in touch with your admissions counselor or your transfer advisor. That's what we're here for. We're here to point you in the right direction, give you all the information that you need. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out and ask those questions.
Thank you. Bridgewater College.
I would definitely say, even though it may seem a little outdated, is just to make pros and cons lists of the benefits of what you're going to get at your transfer institution, because you don't want to waste your time or your money. So time to completion and those pros and cons lists are going to allow you to fit academically, socially, and financially at the institution.
Thank you. Mount St. Mary's University.
Yeah, just echoing what all my colleagues said, I think really being intentional about your college search process as a transfer student, really making sure that not only, of course, your degree plan is going to be what you want it to be and your credits are going to come over how you want it to be, but also to see if the institution itself gives you that piece of home that you may have been missing at your previous institution if you're not coming from a community college. So just really being intentional when you're in your college search process. And I'm always an advocate for asking questions and reaching out, because we are here for you.
Thank you. And then Randolph College.
Enjoy the process, whether it's coming from a 4-year, coming from a 2-year. Enjoy the process. It's kind of like that refresh start that you're looking for. So court yourself. A lot of people touched on it earlier, such as visiting, doing other things, but also see what the town is like. The town is the area is a big component of your college process. So court yourself and enjoy the process.
Thank you. So at this point, I want you all to highlight your university. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school? University of Stirling?
Yeah, well, I think it would be most relevant. There's so many things that I could point out. However, maybe visiting campus in Scotland might be a little bit extravagant for the times that we live in. So if you can't make a trip over to Scotland to see the campus, you can check it out by enjoying Outlander. Season 4 particularly highlights the university, so you can see it. And then you can also check out Great British Castles, which is a show on Netflix, and Stirling has an entire episode. So we have a castle, a proper old castle. So you can do all your studying in the shadows of a proper castle if you'd like.
Right. Thank you. Emory and Henry College.
That's amazing. I don't think that we have been on a TV show. So What I would say is Emory and Henry College, we are a pretty small school. We have, like I said, around 1,300 total students. We are definitely a very tight-knit school, kind of like a family. We all tend to support each other and really encourage our students to get what they want out of their education and to be successful. So yeah, that's what I would say about Emory and Henry.
Bridgewater College?
One of my favorite campus traditions is the ringing of the bell. So after every sporting event, the captains get to go up and ring the bell, but it's also rung for every incoming student whenever they arrive, and then they ring it again whenever they graduate. So that's a really fun tradition.
Thank you. Mount St. Mary's University.
That's so fun, actually. I love that. One thing that I want students to remember about Mount St. Mary's is that we are flexible people. We want to be flexible with you. We want to make sure that your degree plan is really matching your career goals. And we also want to make sure that those courses that you're transferring in are not going to be a waste of time and are going to be valuable for you. So we really are looking for you to get that college experience that you're paying for. And so we'll try to do our best to do that for you.
Thank you. Randolph College.
The support system that we do have here, being that we're super small, the biggest thing is that we're able to do is to help impact your lives, just not academically, but also socially on top of that. So with our mental health awareness aspect here, being able to talk to students when they are going through things. But like I said, that personalization of cultivating what you're trying to do postgraduate. So our support system is very strong, whether it's literally needing help with chemistry or asking us to run you to Walmart to get some fruit snacks. The support system is very strong here at Randolph College. So.
Thank you. And our last question for this Q&A is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk about the college admissions or transfer process? All right, University of Stirling.
Yeah, this might be a little bit specific, but I do want to encourage everybody that studying abroad or going international is not just for rich kids. I think that's a big misconception. We could use Stirling as an example. Tuition is just over $21,000 if you're doing traditional degrees like history or English or psychology, and that's without scholarships or aid. So once you tack those on, the cost of tuition actually falls way below what you might be able to experience in the US. So keep it on the back burner. It's not for everybody, but don't think that you would be ineligible because you think that you can't afford it.
Thank you. Emory and Henry College.
I think there's a myth that your GPA is the most important factor in the college admissions process. It's certainly important to a degree, and you definitely want to make sure that you keep your GPA up as best you can. But we look at students holistically. We absolutely want to see students who are involved in activities outside of college, whether that be student life activities, clubs, sports, a job, anything like that, volunteer activities. So, just enjoy your time and don't stress so much about your GPA. Try your best, but that's not the only factor that we look at in the admissions process.
Thank you. Bridgewater College.
I would definitely say that coming from a private institution, we get overlooked a lot because of the higher price tags. So definitely don't let the price tag that you see on our website, deter you from applying as a transfer student, because we do try to make it as financially affordable as possible for you.
Thank you. Mount St. Mary's University.
I think one myth I'd like to debunk about the college admissions process is that admissions personnel are not scary. We are here for you. We want to make sure that you are getting what you need out of the college experience. So please reach out to us. Please ask us questions. Please engage with us. We are not intimidating people. No question is too dumb. No request is too small.
Thank you. And Randolph College, could you go ahead and take us home?
Yeah, Emily took mine. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Emily took mine. But no, all jokes aside, don't be afraid to broaden your horizons. Don't feel like a D1 is the end all to be all, a D2 is the end all to be all, or just one particular area, D3 is the end all to be all. Just broaden your horizons. Look at everything with the same value and just pick the best situation for you. Don't be a trend. Don't follow the trend, be a trendsetter. So a lot of students love to, oh, I'm gonna go here because they're on TV a lot. It's okay to look at other institutions and things like that. So that would be my method.
All right, thank you. So I want to thank all of the panelists. I also want to thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule because this session, as well as all the other sessions, will be recorded and are available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you and have a good one.